Ja, ein Krieg stellt man jetzt ein bisschen nach. Ja, Steinbrück, danke für die Information.
Just confusing, terrible.
Good, good. Good, well I'm glad that you it's interesting though, people trying to set the standard for why there's so much controversy by making your statement when there's so many people that are saying, oh, these
Lass sie passieren!
Ich fotografiere Sie auch gerne.
Die Kriegsverbrecher, ne?
Ja, ein Krieg stellt man jetzt ein bisschen nach.
Ja, Steinbrück, danke für die Information. Danke für Bilderberg. Herr Steinbrück. Wir wollen frei leben. Wir wollen keine Ordnung. Wir wollen Sie nicht, Herr Steinbrück, und wir brauchen Sie auch nicht. Und Sie werden überflüssig werden.
Halt mal die Kamera, ich möchte, dass du das aufnimmst, was der Herr mir sagt, damit sie es lernen. Aber keiner blockiert sie. Keiner provoziert sie und keiner beleidigt sie. Können Sie uns bitte jetzt Antwort geben, wenn Sie so nett?
Ich habe Ihnen doch gerade Antwort gegeben.
Ja, aber vor der Kamera, damit das alle wissen von uns.
Hi Alex, it's me, Steven Bauer from Germany, and live reporting from St. Moritz. And yes, the Bilderberger dared it. They dared it and they tried to show their face. They showed their face and went really round about 1.5 kilometer from up the hill down to the main resort, and I recognized even Mr. Steinbrück, who was the former financial minister of Germany, and also of course the others recognized him, and here again somebody came.
Keine Behinderung und keine Belästigung. Lass sie durch. Wir erreichen das anders. Runter. Oder nein? Ja! Lass sie passieren. Keine.
And I'm from Munich, and I was an eyewitness of this event. I was the recorder, and there was this conversation with this guy you just saw, and he asked this Anders, we found out this name afterwards, so what are you doing in this meeting? And he said, this is a private meeting, and so yeah, but what are you discussing there? Yeah, we are just carrying out our agenda, and so yeah, but you are not allowed to do this because we are the people. And he then yelled, and then Thomas Anders said, you don't have to care about that, this is not your business. And so this conversation ended.
Let's play more of the footage then.
And that's him right there, Thomas Anders.
What do you think about this, Aaron Dykes?
It's really amazing to see them. It's one thing in the limos, that's Franco Barnaby of Rothschild, and we're going to identify the rest of them later. Some of the more well-known steering members out in public, apparently unashamed that they were forming a world agenda government. A world government agenda, that is.
Oh, we're just filming this computer screen for the moment because we want to get it out as quick as possible. Higher quality footage will come later. Of course, earlier we reported that a lot of these Bilderbergers appeared to have attended a location about 10 minutes up the road from the Savretta Hotel. Of course, we had reports from several different sources that gay escorts were being taken up there to pleasure some of the members. There were conflicting about that, but that's what we were basically told by a source last night. And there's no doubt that these Bilderberg members did go up there today because we personally tried to get there in the car, and we were stopped twice by police, fined once and basically told to get out. So what you're seeing is footage taken this afternoon of Bilderberg members being confronted by protesters as they walk down the mountain road towards their hotel. We'll be back with more. Stay tuned.
So we've just seen some of the most incredible footage ever to come out of a Bilderberg meeting. Half a dozen or so of the members walking openly, even in front of the protest. What is your reaction, Charlie Skelton?
Well, first of all, it was a slightly stupid thing to put on the itinerary. I mean, didn't they know there were lots of people out here? There was lots of citizen journalists, so lots of concerned people, some activists, and yet they thought, let's take a wonderful stroll through the alpine meadows, and it ended up like this with, Peter Mandelson and Eric Schmidt getting shouted at a lot. But it's interesting to see Peter Mandelson and Eric Schmidt together. I see that as a danger sign for the internet, let's just say. When the Prince of Darkness lands on Eric Schmidt's shoulder, I think we're in for a tricky time.
What will the Brits think of Mandelson attending this conference?
Well, you know, broadly speaking, everyone in Britain despises the man. So any reference to him at all will simply just raise a sort of bile in their gut, and no, he's not as important in people's minds as he used to be. He used to be obviously part of the Blair government at the helm of that. But actually, you know, he's currently being positioned for higher office. You know, they're looking at the World Trade Organization possibly for Mandelson. That's what I hear. Word, but there's a few places open. You know, there's the IMF open this year, obviously after Strauss-Kahn did a Strauss-Kahn, but I just think it's significant seeing Schmidt and Mandelson together.
Well, more broadly, not only are they walking in the open, but in the past they've had to put up an official website for the first time, Bilderberg Meetings.
Yeah, they put it up. They put it up halfway through the last meeting.
Are they angry about being forced into the open, or
who cares? I mean, just come into the open. I mean, just behave like adults. Behave like behave like the G8. Behave like Davos or whatever. I mean, just have a relationship with the press. You know, this is not any kind of a relationship to have. This is, you know, you've got a few billionaires here walking around being shouted at by actors. You know, where's the relationship between them and us? It's kind of faulty. It's faulty. So something's gone badly wrong there. Yeah, so they need to get their act together and build a better relationship with people.
Yeah, and we've had a loose translation from the German that one of the protesters asked him, "What are you doing here?" And they said, "Well, we're working on our agenda, and you don't need to." What's your reaction to that?
Well, I mean, you know, I do worry. You know, I'm a worrier. I think worrying is part of being a citizen. You worry, and then you try and make sure that the person representing you is doing the right thing. And here we've got some incredibly powerful businessmen with incredibly powerful lobbying interests meeting with our elected officials in private. You know, it worries me. You know, so it should all of us.
Absolutely.
We're talking to Dominique Bettig. Mr. Bettig, could you just explain your role within Swiss politics and why you decided to write the original letter regarding Henry Kissinger and the Bilderberg Group?
I am a politician from the Swiss People Party, the most important political party in Switzerland, and value of this party are independence, freedom, democracy, direct democracy, and neutrality. And of course what is happening with Bilderberg is exactly the anti-values I'm fighting for, and it was important for me to do something so that the people know what is happening here, and to have some pressure on these people and my government so that they don't take part in this meeting. But I couldn't have big success. They actually have their meeting, and it's a shame for me, for my country, so that such people can discuss here without people know exactly what is happening about economy, about independence of my country, probably a free market, wars they are doing now in everywhere in the world, especially in Libya, probably tomorrow in Syria, in Iran, I don't know. As a free citizen of this country, neutral country, I can't accept that probably people could discuss about wars. They are also economic wars they are doing against all the independent world. And Switzerland is the last free island in Europe where we can have an independent way of practicing policy, and we have our money, we have our independence, and it's a great pressure for me, for my future, to know that people from my government and this Bilderberg, we are working for Europe, US, and globalization. They are discussing probably part of my future, and I, as politician, as citizen, I can accept so that it's not known, it's not open. I can accept we don't know what is discussed here. Probably what will be the next after Strauss-Kahn and other decision. There are two ministers here, from finance minister from Germany, from Italy. They were very aggressive with my country, and they're still very aggressive. I can understand why my government accept to discuss here in such conditions with such people.
And earlier we saw a copy of the letter that you issued to the police here regarding the protesters at the Bilderberg Hotel. Could you just tell us the content of that letter and what you intended to achieve with that letter addressed to the police here?
The letter from yesterday?
Yeah, the letter.
Okay. I have heard that police and security was very aggressive against people who want to know what is happening here, and I couldn't accept that. This is the reason why I wrote a letter to the Minister of Justice, of Police, of this canton, so that she respects the democracy and the freedom of expression of people.
And we had reports earlier that an EU Parliament member had actually approached the hotel, approached the police, and had in fact been assaulted by the police, and there were reports that this individual's nose had been broken by the police. What do you plan to do, and how do you expect the police to react to your plans for later today?
I hope, and probably it has already happened, that police is more discreet now, and probably they will be less aggressive, and perhaps we could go closer to this meeting, I hope.
But what does it mean when a tyranny shows its violence? Will it be a Gandhi-like moment of civil disobedience for someone just asking questions to get beat down by the police for a secretive meeting? Do you understand what I mean?
I didn't understand your question, sorry.
When someone peacefully just asks what's going on at a meeting inside, and the response is for him to beat down, it's almost a Gandhi-like moment where the group shows their tyranny. What does that mean to you?
I agree completely with you. It's a shame so that something like that happens in this country. I can't completely agree with you. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame to see that we don't know as Swiss politicians exactly what is happening. We had to do a lot of pressure to confirm first this meeting, and after to confirm who of our government will attend to this meeting. And we had a partial success also because they published today the list of participants. Usually they do that later. I consider it a success of what we did and what you did with making pressure on these people. And also they had to explain how it works in the Bilderberg, and they explained that they don't vote, they have no topics to follow, and if we go more in that direction, it will probably be possible to know more what is happening. And it's a victory of transparency against secret. For me, the first step is a victory. Everybody knows and speaks about Bilderberg, and they had to publish who will attend this meeting. Press is talking about that in all the world. It's also a good thing. Probably they will not come another time to Switzerland. I consider that as a success.
Absolutely.